Hi everyone, welcome back to our Live from the Greenhouse. Say hello, let us know that you're watching out there. Tell us where you're watching from. And we're going to continue on with our life in the greenhouse and doing these live videos and just giving you a little peek behind the scenes of what our daily lives are like. And we'll throw some tips at you. This week we're working on hanging baskets. So you can see we've got our hanging baskets here, and we're using our new machine to go through and fill up those hanging baskets. And now it's go time, and we have a lot of hanging baskets to plant. So that's the agenda for today. We're taking our plugs and going through. And how many baskets are we gonna plant today?
All of them.
all of them. Yeah, you know, we don't get our shipments of plugs like once and then it just stops. We get them every single week, so we're not behind, but we need to get ahead of the game here, because guess what else is coming in this week? More plugs. Thousands and tens of thousands of more plugs. So we have to stay on top of our game and plant away and get this stuff planted, hung up, or on the benches before we can start on the next round. So every single week, all the way through what? Probably into April?
Week 15, so
yeah, so
April.
7 more weeks, full weeks of getting plugs in. We have to stay ahead of the game. So I'm super excited though this year, because Amy is out here in the greenhouse where she's always wanted to be. And let me just ask you this question, because people keep asking you wherever you go, if you're at the grocery store or whatever, do you miss the floral shop, Amy?
No.
Oh, no.
Well,
I know, you miss.
it was really good to us, and I enjoyed it while we did it. I felt like I was good at it.
You were.
But yeah, I love the greenhouse and just the chaos of it. No, I don't really miss it. I was thinking about that last night and the day before, because I get asked it all the time. And I miss certain aspects of it. I don't miss the chaos of it. So the unknown of it's Monday morning and we don't know who got in trouble over the weekend or who passed away or whose birthday it is. Yep. Or especially during greenhouse season like this, where, you know, we're trying to get stuff planted and we have to stop and go make deliveries. That I don't miss that at all. So yeah. I'm really excited to be out here in the greenhouse. I think being more focused on our business is going to be a really good thing for us. Yeah,
it's an absolute game changer for us. So yeah, focusing on greenhouses, videos, you know, doing the YouTube channel, the fertilizer, of course. I'm
a farm girl at heart, so I like to be out in the dirt.
Yeah. We always talked about it being an innie or an outie. So greenhouse people, we were outies. We were out in the greenhouse. Innies were in the floral shop. So she would say that every day during greenhouse season. She'd be like, I'm stuck in the floral shop answering the phone, and I want to be out in that greenhouse, you know, out in the sun and hands in the dirt, so
now I get to.
She's living the dream now. But anyway, we're talking about hanging baskets this week. That'll probably be the topic for the week, and we'll keep interjecting different things as it comes along. We give you just a little glimpse. So we're planting lots of hanging baskets.
Oh, tell them our struggle of the.
Oh, so okay. So there's 10,000 challenges during the greenhouse season, and that's just, you know, it's like we're firefighters. Like we're constantly stomping out little fires that just pop up everywhere. So one of the things that Amy's been challenged with working on is Gerbera daisies. Right now, we don't know that we're going to get any Gerbera daisies in to plant up, because for whatever reason there's a
low germination.
Yeah, shortage, and I don't know if it's a nationwide shortage or what, but right now no Gerbera daisies, so we have to
figure it out.
Yeah, we have to figure it out. We have to have an alternative. You know, that'll stink if we don't. A lot of people love Gerbera daisies, including us. We love them. Gerbera daisies they're great outdoors. They're a great indoor plant too. Yeah, it's one of the few things that we have in the greenhouse is that you can bring indoors and, you know, have inside, have it in your home, and it cleans the air, and they're pretty. They have those great big flowers on them.
But if we don't, we'll do dahlias.
Yeah, we'll grow more dahlias or have to have something else, and they're great for Mother's Day, because a lot of people, if they're not giving mom, say, a hanging basket for Mother's Day, and they just want to spend $8-9 on one Gerbera daisy. It's a great gift. So that's one of our challenges this week. Hopefully we can get it resolved and figure that out. But anyway, we're talking about hanging baskets, and we get lots of questions on hanging baskets. And if you have specific questions, let us know. Comment down below what your questions are on hanging baskets, because that's going to be the topic for this week. And there's not a one size fits all. One of the questions we get are, how many plants do I put into a hanging basket? And again, I'm going to point you to our YouTube videos. We have 250, 260 videos on our YouTube channel, and we have addressed this, but we're going to be addressing it again because it keeps coming up. And how many plants do I put in a hanging basket? Well, it depends. What size is the hanging basket? What kind of plants are they? I can't put the proven winners, Vista petunias. Those get massive. I can't just fill this up with proven winners Vista series or put it into an 8-inch basket. That hanging basket is way too small to handle how big those get. And geraniums, how many geraniums do I put in a hanging basket? We don't want to crowd that out. So that is a variable, and as we start planting, we'll show you more and show you in those videos. In a 12-inch hanging basket, we put in 5 geraniums, or we might put in 3 geraniums with some trailing vinca vine or scaevola, the fan flower. So we might put in 2 of those.
What happens if you overstuff it?
Yeah, if you plant way too many, it might kind of choke itself out, and usually one plant wins and one plant does not. So you got to have plants that are compatible. If they're too aggressive, they'll just take over and run right over. What else? You can't have such an aggressive plant putting into a small 8-inch basket. You can't take one of those Vista, those proven winners petunias. You can't put that into an 8-inch hanging basket. It's going to get way too big, and you're going to be watering it every 30 minutes in the summer because it'll use that moisture and draw it up. So there's a lot of variables. So we'll try to go through those things this week and talk a little bit about that, and just on the challenges of hanging baskets. Hanging baskets that's really our niche. We're known for hundreds of miles for our hanging baskets. People literally show up from other states to come get our hanging baskets. And I'm not talking about, Upper Michigan. Upper Michigan is only like 9 miles away. I'm not talking about that. We've had people show up last year from Ohio, Iowa, Illinois, Pennsylvania, driving 14 hours to come see us. And hanging baskets. Yeah, because they can. They went for a 14-hour drive one way. That's pretty cool.
All of these tips apply to planters too. It's not, yes, this has a hanger on it, and that's what I'm doing in the background is I'm putting hangers on all of these baskets. But when we're talking hanging baskets, as far as how many should we put in, or what kind or what variety or what size, if I took these wires off, and we have people that do that, they come in by hanging baskets and they say, I'm going to set it on a stump, and they just clip the wires off. Well, now it's a planter. So this applies not just to when we say hanging baskets, this applies to your planters also. So when we say hanging basket, interchange that with /planter, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is it's a hanging basket. It's a 12-inch hanging basket, but yeah, it's also a 12-inch planter. So yeah, the principle is still the same when we're watering these hanging baskets. The same principle that can be applied to containers or whatever you're growing in. So so that's the agenda for this week, and I'm just trying to read some of you're commenting, so I'm just trying to read some of these as we go along here. So
Comment after.
Yeah, I'll comment after, because I'm at that age where I should really wear glasses for reading. But anyway, so I did see Paul used to be our delivery guy for plants in the floral shop, and so he's saying it's too. Yeah, crazy Uncle Paul. That's what our kids called him. But he says too early. Amy, make me some pancakes. So
Stop in, Paul. I will.
yeah, she made some awesome pancakes. If you don't know what we're talking about, Amy did some cooking videos because she's a phenomenal cook. Old school farm girl, and she's a really good cook. So we started posting those throughout this winter and early spring. We did some cooking videos. She did some cooking videos, not me. I just got to taste test. So anyway, hanging baskets, that's the topic of the week, and we're going to be talking a lot about hanging baskets this week, plus all the other challenges that are coming on.
So, Scott, tell them, when we're doing hanging baskets, what's our process? We take them out of the case.
So, yeah, we get our pots, we put them through our machine, and that fills them up, and that's been an awesome addition of having that. We're doing, 10 hanging baskets per minute. So it's just spitting them out as fast. We used to fill up this bench and fill everything by hand, and now we're putting them through this machine. And yeah, it's a two-person process. Somebody's got to be at the front of the machine feeding it, and somebody has to be on the other end taking them out and putting them on a cart. But man, it goes fast. So that's been huge. And then we can't put them through with the hangers on them because then it would get caught up in the machine and it couldn't fill them. So then we put them back on our bench, and just like Amy's doing right now, she's planting them
first
up.
we put hangers on.
Yep, we put the hangers on them. Then she's putting 5. These are all the
Bubble gum.
Yep, the Vista. So these are the Vista series proven winners. Super petunias. These are the ones that get big, and we're putting in 5 of those per 12-inch hanging basket.
5 is really the maximum because these things get massive. However, if we only put 4 in, we found that they kind of get they peel apart in the middle, so we like to have one in the middle to make that top part mound and stay mounded.
Then we'll come through, and I just got a bucket of Osmocote slow release fertilizer. So I'm going to come behind you here, and I put in a handful and just kind of work it down into the soil. So each one of these baskets gets a handful of the slow release fertilizer. Now, why do we do that? Well, this is just, think of it as like a vitamin. So the slow release fertilizer it gives just that little bit of boost, but it does not substitute for fertilizing once a week with the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. And a lot of people ask me like, oh, well, my soil that I have has the Osmocote in it already. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't think that that's a substitute. I give the example. That's like me thinking, you know what? I took a Flintstone vitamin this morning. I don't have to eat now. Believe me, that wouldn't work for me. All right, I'm eating my second breakfast by like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. It's almost time, and so the slow release fertilizer, that is not a substitute for fertilizing once a week with a regular fertilizer. That is the meat and potatoes of it. The slow release, that is just, think of it as like a vitamin. And when they talk about the slow release, it's slow. This fertilizer will last 4 to 6 months. Well, then think about how very, very little trace amount of fertilizer that plant is getting. It's just a very minute. There's nothing wrong with it.
We'll get into fertilizing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about fertilizer. Believe me. Just hang on tight. So that's the agenda for the week, is talking about hanging baskets, showing. Yeah, we got to go through. We got to tag all these, and we got to get our geranium baskets done too. That's probably right after all the petunias get done. So follow along. Make sure that if you're watching this, take a look in the very upper part. I don't know if it's this side or this side. If there's a rectangle that says follow, hit that button, because you're not following us. If it says follow, hit that big follow button. That's one of the best ways that you can support us as a small business, is following and liking our videos and sharing them. And a lot of you think that you're following us, but you're not. If that follow button is there, you're not following us. So you're going to miss out on some of the videos that we do and some of the content that we share. So be sure to hit that follow button, or on our Facebook page, hit the big like button. So if you go on your on our Sharky's Greenhouse's Facebook page, it should say liked if you're following us. If it just says like, hit that button and follow us. And go to our YouTube channel where we have lots and lots and lots of how-to videos. So we will talk to you again. Probably tomorrow we'll be doing some more hanging basket talk. We'll see you later. Have a good day.